Welcome back to the Len Miller Room, our second segment of this week's Eagles Sports Coaches Show. We're with Stephanie Barker, women's golf coach, and been busy as of the last time that we've seen you. Tell us a little bit about what the women have done.
Well, we just came back from 2 tournaments in North Carolina. We had an event in Pinehurst, North Carolina, which we played at number 6. Really good venue. 19 teams were there. Started a little slow, and each day got better and moved up into 5th place.
Katie Rice led the way, tied for 15th out of 99 golfers, and as a freshman, she's played pretty well for you.
She has, yeah. She's been coming on strong. It's exciting to see a lot of the shots that she's hitting. She's hitting quite a different level than she was when she first came in. I think she's really matured as a player. Her course management is getting better, and I think she's just been coming into her own.
You know, what's, I guess, nice for golf coaches after all this snow and wet and rainy in the spring, as you approach the tournament, it's finally getting nice and you can get out on the course and do everything you want to before the tournament.
Oh, yeah, and I think it's been the same story across the country. Everyone's in the same boat. Some places worse off than others, but for the most part, we've had a lot of time to prepare, especially when we've been going down to Florida, had extra days in between events, before events, after events. Same thing down here at Pinehurst. We were able to get a waiver just because we had 2 events that were so close and within a couple hundred miles of each other. We ended up being able to practice for a couple days in between, which was nice.
So the regular season's over.
Yes.
Overall, how do you grade your team thus far?
I'm really impressed. I mean, I think, as we've talked about before, as a coach, you're always striving to be better. So even when you're shooting 290 something, you're talking about, wow, we came so close to shooting 280 something. And I feel like this team, we're in position to break 300. And if we can just be ourselves, not let a mistake cost us a couple extra strokes. I've seen a couple rookie mistakes out there over the last few tournaments that I think we can clean that up. We know better, and because sometimes you'll let a mistake affect how you play the next hole. All of a sudden you'll try to be a hero, or you start going for pins, or you start trying to force it instead of just taking your medicine and moving on.
Let's go individually. You have so much talent and you have so much, I guess, got so much experience in a way.
Yes.
I mean, you have some younger kids, but you also have some veterans. Let's talk about heading into the OVC tournament, the 5 that you'll put out there.
Yeah, well, first off, we have Marissa Camelgarn, so senior, need her to be herself, just play her game, and she's very consistent, but I think throughout the year she's also been in position to actually shoot under par, and I would love to see her do that in this tournament, and I think this golf course sets up nicely for her, and she knows the course really well. And it's not it's a challenging course, but you really get rewarded for your good shots, and there's a lot of birdies out there. So as long as you can manage a few of the tougher holes and keep putting yourself in position, she can score really low there.
As a senior and what she's meant to this program, she's been a pretty special special player for this program.
She has, yeah, and right now I feel like watching her game, she's striking the ball well. Her short game is always solid. This will be nice for us because we've actually been playing on a lot of Bermuda the last couple tournaments, and it's been a little wet too. And so wet Bermuda chipping for us at times can be challenging. So now we're back to Zoysia and Bent, and that fits our team really well.
Okay, besides Marissa, who you got?
Well, after that, we have Anna Appert-Lund. So she's one of our freshmen that's really done well this year. I think for the most part, she's going to be in contention for Freshman of the Year, most definitely. And another one like Marissa that should also be nominated for the All OVC team. I would expect both of them to be part of the top 10 top OVC players this year. But she's really had a great year. You know, looking at her stats, I feel like, again, you know, just kind of cleaning up the mistakes here and there and not letting a mistake affect you after that hole is really key to her. Just her good rounds. She's just right there in position. She rolls with her mistakes. She's able to scramble and obviously capable of shooting around par under.
All right, we got 2 down.
Yeah. I would say, you know, experience-wise and just how consistent she is for the most part. Amali Shot-Monk is going to be in the lineup for us, and she's our junior. And across the board, you know, take out a round or two, mostly early on. She's really been right there in position as well to, you know, she's very capable of shooting those 73s, 74s, 75s, and this course should set up well for her as well.
I know that anytime that you came into a program that you were trying to build or rebuild, the depth is something is a key, and you've got pretty good golfers from 1 to whatever.
We do, yeah. And then after that, you know, Vanessa Bognot, she was freshman of the year last year, and she's had quite a few really good, solid rounds for us. Just even this last round, she, you know, right there, right around par again. I think she turned in a 74, and it's been fun to watch. She's really matured as a player as well. She's a lot smarter, hits the ball a long way, and her joy for the game is really fun to watch. She has a good time out there.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, yeah, shooting low and having fun.
Yeah, shooting low. Yeah, I didn't get the second part. I never got the first part. Let's say I could have some fun, but I couldn't shoot the low.
Right.
But what else? Well, who else?
And then Katie Rice she's going. She's just had a strong spring, and I think she's earned that spot, that 5th spot. And I'm real. You know, like I said before, I mean, we have so many kids that can step up and play for us, and it's a great position to be in as a coach. But then you also wish that you could take, you know, 7 or 8 kids, and at times, you know, if someone wasn't playing up to their norm, that you could put someone else in, and it would be great. And I would say out of all the years that I've coached, this has probably been the most I've had to think about, you know, like who is going to be in the lineup, just because we have so many great options.
That's not a bad choice.
No, yeah.
Stephanie Barker is our guest, women's golf coach here at Morehead State University. The OVC Championship, the April 21st and through the 23rd in Dixon, Tennessee. You know, we asked Coach Erickson about his practice schedule as you head down to tournament time. What do you all do between now and then? I mean, I know you try to get as many holes in as you can, or do you try to, different days, try to break up the monotony sometimes?
A little bit. I think the main thing right now, what I ask as a coach is, you know, I see things, and obviously at tournaments, I'm all over the place. So I'm trying to be on certain holes, helping different people. And then I rely on a lot of feedback from my players. And I think some of the main feedback that I'm going to receive is, you know, these are the things that I've been doing really well, and here's a couple things that I can clean up. And then, of course, I'm going to make my observations as well, and then also check out the reality of both of our observations based on the stats. And if the stats don't make sense, then I need even more feedback, like, you know, what exactly is going on. And then once you get those stats, you just have to manage your energy on practicing in a way that complements your game. So you already know what you do well, and you want to continue doing those things well. And then what little things can we just fine tune in order to be ready for the OVCs? And really at this point, for the most part, it is little things, and then we're coming off of a lot of golf over the last few weeks, and a lot of good practice, and a lot of missed class. So right now, you know, we also have to have that balance of a little bit of rest and a little bit of recovery, catching up in our classes, getting our ducks in a row, and then making good use of the great weather that's going on.
You know, as a golfer, you know, as we've probably hit on this many times, it's such an individual sport, but a team sport. I mean, but and as you mentioned, the little things. As a golfer, you have to be true to yourself. I mean, because if you know they're a flaw in your game, and you're going to hurt yourself, but you're also going to hurt the team if you don't, like tell the coach and work on it.
Right, yeah. And it's just, I think for everyone has a different game and everyone has a different mentality, but at the end of the day, you have to go out there and play to your strengths. So if you're long and there's certain holes that you can take advantage of, great. If it's not smart to take advantage of that, then, you're still long. So, so you can hit an iron or a wood off the tee and be right out there with everyone else in position. And then just, we talk a lot about, hey, if you do commit to your shots and you miss that shot, it's only one shot to get back out, to what you plan to do. And you never know. You could hit it in from the fairway. You could sink a long putt. We practice our short game.
Right.
You can get up and down. So it's just really knowing how to manage your game and knowing how to manage your mistakes, and then just keeping that joy and that appreciation when you're playing. And I think for the most part, these kids know how to do that. And if they continue to do that, they're going to be right there in position to do something special.
The good golfers don't let one shot mess them up for the whole entire time. But you see that even on the PGA and the LPGA, sometimes they can miss a shot, miss a putt, and you can see in their face that it takes them a couple holes to get back. But as a coach, I guess you have to be positive and make sure if they do that, they know that, like you said, it's just one shot.
Right. Yeah. And that's what that always amazes me as a coach, because one of the things that I think all coaches are doing is we're keeping our eye on the intangibles, and it is really interesting to watch even on tour those like turning point moments one way or the other. And it could be a long putt that's sunk, or it could be a couple shots that end up really close to the hole, and all of a sudden you'll see someone's body language change, and the whole time as a coach you're wondering, why weren't they that way the whole time? Like, that's who they are,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then when you see the opposite happen at that high level, that's what's used at coaching seminars as examples of, watch this person, watch these shots, how they affected him and how he didn't handle it well, and how can we learn from that?
The LVC Championships, April 21st through the 23rd at the Greystone Golf Course in Dixon, Tennessee. Wish you all luck.
Great, thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we love luck.
Stephanie Barker, women's golf coach here at Morehead State University. We'll come back with more. This is the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.